This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Glacial Consola standing by, caller 9-844-999. Ola will play Profile This coming up in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, it says, why did it take the governor of Hawaii so long to let people know that that the missile alert was bogus? Turns out that he couldn't remember his Twitter password.
Oh, damn. Come on, man. Come on. Even if that's the truth, come up with a better truth, right?
Couldn't they just send an alert over, like the same way they sent the text?
Why did it have to go through Twitter? I mean, yeah. After a certain amount of time, you go, F it, I'm not going to remember. There's got to be you're the governor, right?
That's what I'm saying. You could take over people's phones to let them know they were going to die, falsely.
Right.
But then you had to wait to go to Twitter?
Good point. There's got to be a better way.
I guess it's a good thing for Twitter.
Just even then, even if you did just forget your password, it's not like it takes a half an hour to get the thing changed.
Well, even then, wouldn't you maybe call the lieutenant governor like, hey, man, I'm having a brain fart. Get on your goddamn Twitter and tell people that this is a false alarm.
Get people to stop freaking out.
Right. Do that first.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a very good safeguard.
Can't remember his Twitter password. Come on.
And who logs out of Twitter? Who doesn't have it just logged in on their phone?
I don't.
That's a good point.
Right?
If you have it on your phone, you're pretty well logged in all the time.
Exactly.
I'm not even positive I can log out of it.
I don't even know what the password is.
I'm just stuck in the Matrix. I can't get out.
If it was a code key, like on my door, I'd be able to get in.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to call for forgotten your password.
I'll never forget that number, 6969.
I
I'll never forget that password.
Damn it.
I just think about
High five, douchey bro.
The thing is, that's actually probably your code, your passcode, isn't it?
All to my house, the whole deal. Every PIN number on my card.
Oh, I can choose my own.
Yeah.
All I know is that Miles just spells out fingers.
Oh.
You don't have to know the numbers.
That's just gross to me.
F-I-N.
A bunch of elementary school kids at a place in New Mexico called the Albuquerque School of Excellence accidentally got high earlier this month when a fifth grader brought her grandmother's marijuana gummy candies to work.
Oh.
This is excellent.
Yeah, those accidents are going to happen in the world of edibles.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Grandma's pissed, too.
She probably
You're never going
about that.
You're never going to accidentally smoke a joint, but you might eat a brownie, you might eat a gummy bear.
But how old is a fifth grader?
10?
5. Yeah, 10
somewhere
years
around
old.
there.
Yeah, whatever the grade is, add 5.
Man, they don't know, Ted. They don't know.
Fifth grader, yeah, I don't know. Somebody else said it. I kind of agree. Fifth graders could read. I feel like this kid could read.
They can read.
So?
You probably saw gummies. I mean,
Right?
look, and I'm guilty of this, all right? And I do this a lot at restaurants where I will look down at the menu, and whatever the main item is I like, somehow I stop reading, so it says lamb. And in that moment, I do not read. So if it says stuffed spinach rolls, like, I don't even realize until I get my meal. Like, what the hell is this? All right.
I wanted
So I'm
to
just saying,
lamb.
if you're a kid, and look, I'm not proud of it, and for some reason I cannot get out of the habit of doing that. But I can see if the kid says, oh, gummies, cool. I'll take them to school.
Exactly.
Cool.
I mean, I didn't even
Real
hear about
cool,
weed
man.
until I was probably in high school.
Come on, Mike.
Honestly, man.
See, it's just, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
I was in a class as a freshman, and some chick was like, hey, check this out. And it looked like she had just a bunch of friggin' compost in a piece of paper. I was like, what's that? It's like, it's weed. I went, great. I had no idea what it was. It just looked like a plant. It was like, why are you hiding it? What's the problem?
Mike, we need to just inject your neck with heroin and throw you into a brothel.
Yeah, see what happens.
I mean, just get it out of your system, man.
A man in the UK recently spent over $4,000 on a sophisticated system for mining Bitcoin and received a DVD copy of The Boss Baby instead.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that is terrible.
That is.
That is awful.
Damn. Hope he likes the movie.
Just learn what this baby can teach you. All about getting Bitcoin.
I've seen that movie 3 times. I hate to admit.
Yeah.
Baby boss?
Boss Baby,
Boss.
yeah. Look, the movie, and man, I don't know how this works, all right? So the thing is with I was cussed, with my lovely daughter, all right, and this is the second time she's done this to me, where I will walk into home and there's a movie playing on the TV. And look, I don't like kids' movies, but I know I've seen half. So like in my head, I'm like, man, oh man. She did this with that frickin' movie Moana as well. But this one more, and I'm like, Man, I feel like we just saw this in the theater. Wait, we just saw this in the theater like 2 weeks ago. Give me the goddamn remote. Now, look, she didn't rent it; she bought it.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm the proud owner.
$29.95.
Right, because it's still in the theater, man.
Yeah, she not know. The difference?
She's put me probably a total of $300 frickin' dollars on movies that and you take them to the movie. And understand, I don't want to see these movies, but it is a great thing to do with your kids. I sit through all these crappy previews. There's this movie I don't frickin' like, all right, and I've spent $1 million for popcorn, soda, blah blah blah. And a week later, you get home from work, but it still takes you a second. Like, why have I seen this movie? Like, God damn it, it's still like number 3 at the box office, man.
Damn.
And the thing is, she can read, dude.
I was about to
She
say.
can read, and nothing wrong with her goddamn literacy. She's
Maybe
like,
she just read Boss Baby and stopped.
all right, I see what you did there.
I see what I wanted.
I
I
take
click
it
the
all
buttons
back.
until it plays.
I
Daddy.
take it all back. Look, I didn't know there was spinach in the dish. You didn't know it said bye. Fair enough.
You're almost trying to get high.
I know.
You're a 5th grader.
I thought it meant buy to watch, not keep. Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah, my bad.
I will say, the last time I ordered a movie at home, I had like the old man reaction, like, Jesus Christ, man, they want you to buy it now? Like, I'm buying renting it, but I gotta buy it.
Okay, to be fair, Ted, I'm right there with you, buddy.
It's not for rent yet.
Why in the hell do they want $12.99 for this son of a bitch?
Hey, man, I just wanted to see the new Blade Runner flick. I waited 3 goddamn weeks because I would check. I'm like, no, it still says buy. There's no rent out. And I got the money, but so, like, I'm not going to buy. For some reason, you would rather have disposable movies. You'd rather go to the movie theater and give them money, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like you can take the movie home. Then I feel better about actually purchasing the thing where it's part of my collection. I'd rather give you money one time at the theater and we're done.
100%.
But I will not buy it. Like, I'm not buying this.
I remember when renting the movie on demand was like $4.
Yeah.
Damn it. Moving on. According to a new study, 16% of dogs that eat poop on a regular or semi-regular basis.
Damn, man.
Well, my dog did, just because there was cat crap.
I'm
in
saying, if
the
you
garage
got
all
a
over
cat
the
and a
place.
dog, yeah, he's getting his tasty treats.
And they like the the kitty roca more than they do anything else.
What is it the cats eat? The dogs
There's
love
gotta
their
be
poop so much.
It's
I
got to
think
be
you
what's
see-
in the food, man.
Yeah, they just eat better food, don't they?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you gave your dog cat food, he wouldn't want to eat it. But if the cat's already eaten and poops it up,
My
dog's
dog
like,
would.
now
My dog would
I'm
eat
ready.
anything. My dog eats
Your
all
dog
the cat
would eat
food.
anything. Yes.
Well, there's food like that we eat, right?
I mean, there's honey. I mean, a bee pukes, and we're like, this is freaking delicious.
That's great.
Yeah, somehow the
Yeast farts were like, ooh, carbonated.
Yeah, it's like I don't like the dog's probably thinking, I don't like cat food, but if that cat can poop it out, put it inside a chocolate casing, I'm in.
Is that cereal dry? Here, put this stuff from a cow's nipple in it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Makes it great.
I won't eat cereal without some of that juice from a cow nipple. Hell, I'll just grab the carton and tilt it upside down in the kitchen.
That sounds so much different.
Have this. It came out of a chicken's butt.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Crack it open.
See what's inside.
Right, it came from its butt, so definitely let's open it.
A DJ.
How bad can it be? Doesn't matter that it's yellow. Cook it up.
Oh, just put it in the fryer. It'll be fine.
Just boil it.
A DJ at an elementary school dance in Jacksonville, Florida, played the song Gucci Gang by Lil Pump last Friday. The parents got a little upset about it. It was the clean version of the song, but still included references to drugs.
Hey, kids.
School. Gucci Gang. Gucci
Gummy
Gang.
night.
Was it a middle school or a high school?
It was an elementary school, man.
All right.
So what? K through 5,
yeah, well, at least they played the clean
6.
version.
K through 6. Mm-hmm. Right, and at that point, they're not listening to the lyrics; they're just bounce with the beat, right?
Yeah, like that song is catchy as hell if you just want to say Gucci Gang over and over.
I mean, be honest with you, man. Growing up, how many songs are straight up about drugs or sex? But as a kid, you didn't know. I mean, hell, I listen to my kids sing all this popular crap, and I'm like, I'm just assuming they have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Even now, I listen to rap songs and stuff I listened to when I was a kid, and only now do I get the damn reference.
Like, oh, damn.
yeah, like that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, kids don't know.
We go to Taiwan for this little clip.
What is that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now, but first the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile
And
This.
Stephen Throwhill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the Men's Room. Hello, Justin.
Hola.
Justin.
No.
And Justin's
Justin.
not there. Of course, you go through all of that, right? You build it up, and then you go to the contestant who does not. That's what you call a buzzkill. It's a freaking buzzkill.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Justin,
let's
Do
try.
we have another contestant?
We'll stick with the letter J. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. All right, Julie. You understand how this here game is played?
Yes, it is.
All right, here is your story. A neighborhood dispute ended with gunfire when one neighbor executed another as the victim kneeled on his own front yard, begging for his life. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office said the execution, which took place just after noon, was even caught on video. Now, deputies said that the suspect, he shot and killed his neighbor outside of the victim's home. According to the arrest report, they detailed how the 60-year-old carried it out. They explained to deputies how he planned and carried out the plot to kill this guy and an unidentified woman and then take his own life. They say, quote, the defendant said he does not regret shooting the victim and has been planning on killing the victim for a long time. To put this into perspective, he even had his will notarized beforehand in anticipation of carrying this out. The dispute was 2 years in the making. Not a lot of details about what the dispute was about, but that's how it ended. The victim, by the way, he was unarmed and holding a small dog when the defendant shot him once. The guy managed to get outside. He was kneeling on his front lawn. He's pleading and asking the defendant why he was doing this. He cradled his upper body. He held out his hand like he's trying to stop the guy from hurting him any farther. Then the defendant shot him several more times, killing him. Do you believe that this lunatic is black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
Julie?
And now she's not there.
Julie's gone.
I just went through all of that.
Let's play ourselves then. The hell with
didn't-
everybody. Hell with Julie. Hell with Justin or whoever.
They didn't say what the dispute was, right? The hell with the Jays.
They don't know what the dispute was. They just know that the guy that did the killing, I guess, had been planning to do this for at least 2 years. Planned on killing himself after executing his neighbor and a neighbor's girlfriend, maybe, whoever that other person was. But the idea was he was going to take his own life at the end of it. In the end, he didn't, so he was arrested.
Holding a grudge seems kind of white. Executing someone in their front lawn, that just seems nuts.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's just so calculated.
It's exceptionally
planned out, and then even the guy's begging for his life, and it's just
Right.
like, nah, I've been thinking about this. I'm gonna
Keep
do
in
it.
mind, the guy who's begging for his life doesn't even understand what the dispute is about.
I'm gonna go Asian.
You're going to go Asian. I'm going to go Mexi.
All right.
Okay. We're going to find out if he was black, white, Mexi, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Profile this. It's a neighborly dispute. A 60-year-old man is not too happy with his neighbor, and he held a grudge for a few years, and then he decided to shoot him one day. While the guy was holding his dog, the guy pleaded for his life, but this guy wasn't having any of that. He had a grudge and ended up killing him right there in his front yard.
Yeah, it's a pretty tragic story, but the question was this guy black, white, Mexi, or Asian? Miles, you said Mexi. Ted, you said Asian.
Asian.
That's it.
Oh.
Guess what? You got your mojo back, my
Yeah.
racist friend.
Yeah.
Asian.
Oh, hey! Get the hell out of this dude. Huh. I'll be damned. Okay.
Yeah, man. That story's horrible.
Why did you think Asian? What was your clue? What was your tip off?
Well,
It's hard to be racist if you're right.
It seemed very planned out and down
Right,
to a T.
the
like,
planning, the thorough
but
nature.
then, right, like whenever I think of like gangs or criminals that kind of scare me,
Yeah.
like Russians and Asians scare me.
Or sure, like the Yakuza or
Because
the
it just
Russian
seems
mob.
like
yeah.
they don't really like once they've made a decision. There's no like remorse at all.
Right.
So like the fact that guy is and he just executed it. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's harsh.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon!
The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
When I say Alex Rodriguez, you guys obviously think
Steroids.
I was going to say, great dude. You're a big fan. You wish your children would be like him.
Hey, Rod?
No, I'm just joking, right?
Okay.
Steroids.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the Seattle area would think maybe the way he left. A-Rod is just not a well-liked person overall. I think it's kind of fair to say. Now, I don't know, I don't know the man's personal business. I don't know he's a nice dude or whatever, but generally he's not, people aren't the biggest fans of his. Like, if he plays for your team, you're happy, but he was a great hitter, right? The guy could crush the ball.
Yeah, even on his last year, he still was productive, and people knew he was leaving and everything else, and he still put up great numbers.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I mean, he's in that club. And look, he's a steroids guy, but again, he probably is going to get into the steroids Hall of Fame one day. So he was on Jimmy Fallon, right? So Jimmy Fallon also, he likes to play games or whatever. So he brings out this kid that's 22 months old. So by my math, that means almost 2.
Your math
close.
is correct.
Very
right?
close.
About
Yes,
2
that
months
is great
away.
math.
The little kid's name is Asher, and basically they're going to have a hitting contest. Fallon will explain it a little bit.
Here's how the contest works. Each team will have 30 seconds to see how many soft tosses they can hit out there. And since we're up first, I want to make this fair. Since Asher is a lefty, you're going to have to hit lefty, and also you're going to have to use his size bat. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, that's first. So you're using Asher. Look, we have another bat, Asher, right here. Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, Asher saw me hit my last year, so he's not really intimidated. So he's good.
No, he's good.
He's like, this is going to be
Asher's
easy.
22 months. Alex, how old are you?
I'm around 500 months.
There you go. Perfect. All right, perfect.
So it's just it's a cool video. This little kid is literally almost 2, and his dad plays soft toss with him, and he just rips seats. So the whole idea was just who could hit more wiffle balls into the audience. Not going to ruin it for you. There's a surprise here. Now, did the kid get some help? Sure.
Of course.
But, yeah, it was just kind of funny seeing A-Rod, one of the big, and he is so massive.
He's a big dude, yeah.
I will say, I kind of forgot, like, when I first saw the thing, I was like, why is he batting left-handed? Then I was like, oh, they're trying to make it a little even.
Right, exactly.
Because the little Asher kid is left-handed. And if you're a baseball fan or whatever, sports fan, Miles, you've probably seen that little Asher kid on the internet before.
I don't know if I have or not. He just has a natural swing.
Dude, go to the link on the Men's Room Facebook page. Like, it's funny, it's cute video, but also there's more video, like, it's unbelievable.
Huh.
At
Okay.
that age that he could swing a bat like that, man. It's pretty cool. I think we talked about this yesterday. I don't know if we talked about this on the air or off the air, but Justin Timberlake, of course, is going to be the halftime performance at the Super Bowl. He'll be in the stadium. That's how they do it in the NFL. So anyhow, they asked Joey Fatone of NSYNC fame. Fatone also, you got to remember, had a ton of. He was huge in my Big Fat Greek Wedding.
That's right.
Yeah, man, dude, he does a weird cooking show too. You got to really search the channels to like find it.
But when it
I'm
comes
not
on,
positive what that channel is, but like you click on it, it's like there's Joey Fatone in a kitchen.
Cooking.
I know. I can't look at Thrill when I say his name. It's like then I end up calling him Fat One.
On a cooking show.
Right.
If anybody, if I thought anybody could cook
damn it.
in
Of all
the
the
band,
guys,
yeah,
right.
he's the guy that I think would be the best cook. If I had to pick one in a row, like who's going to cook me dinner, I'll
They
take that guy.
changed it to Fatone when they got off the boat, man.
First of all, he's got an Italian name. He probably can cook.
Yeah. Right. If Joey Fatone shows up and says, I'm going to cook, I'm like, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been raised around food and cooking his entire life.
Yeah. Now, if Timberlake showed up and said, I want to cook for you, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, but he's from Memphis.
But
Maybe
he sa-
some barbecue.
But he says, hey, I got a great restaurant. I trust him on that.
I go to that show.
Okay.
He's a next level star. I bet he hasn't touched a piece of chicken in years. Not raw chicken,
They just
anyhow.
put it directly in my mouth.
Right. So obviously with Timberlake doing the halftime performance, a lot of people were wondering, is NSYNC going to come back? Is Janet Jackson going to come back? Well, Joey Fatone, he was down in L.A. and NSYNC. Basically, TMZ asked him about it. I like his quote. He goes, I'm right here now. If I was doing something, I'd be at rehearsals right now. So obviously there's your proof.
Or everyone but him is there.
But I know, Miles, I thought about you. I knew you'd say the same thing. Like, he could be full of BS too. Like, there's still time to practice.
There
Right,
he
right,
is.
right.
Yeah, maybe just trying to throw. I mean, he didn't need to bring up Janet Jackson either.
Right. And then they asked about Janet. He said, quote, talk about Timberlake. He's not that kind of person. He's not controversial like that. I don't think it'd be controversial for him to bring Janet back. I think a lot of people would be like, all right,
Yeah, so what?
that's nice.
It happened. You know what I mean? It's done, man. My God.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, I don't know. Timberlake is such a big star now too. Like, there's a whole generation of people that like him. I don't know if they give two craps about NSYNC.
And if he wants to show boobs, then let him show boobs.
And I think his new album is going to expose him to a whole new group of country fans.
Yeah.
Called Nipple.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen so far, as far as the marketing is concerned.
I'm with you. It's called Man in the Woods. Man in the Woods? Man of the Woods.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Timberlake.
I think he named the album, I think he named his son after his grandfather or his great-grandfather. And it's a name, like it's an older name. Like
Ephraim.
Like Cyrus or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like one of those names, Cletus, whatever. So he goes and looks it up. The meaning of it is Man of the Woods.
Ah, okay.
So that's why
All
I
right.
think this is, I don't want to act like I know a lot about Timberlake.
Seems
but
like you know a little.
I know a lot about Timberlake right now.
I guess my issue is too, I don't know. He just always seems like a pop star or an R&B star. So to see him kind of going country is kind of like odd. You know what I mean? Let's see. LeBron James, obviously one of the best basketball players
ever. Sure.
Yeah. He joined a very exclusive club where he scored over 30,000 points.
And there it is. That's the man they better double team. That was his 30,000 and 30,001 on that shot as we end the quarter. Wow. Incredible moment. That is, folks, there haven't been many. Only the 7th player ever and the quickest to get to 30,000, LeBron James. We have to tip your cap to one of the all-time greats.
Okay, I'm trying to think who are the other guys that have made it that far. And I want to go. It's got to be like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's the first person that came to my mind.
Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell or Larry Bird or Dr. J. I'm trying to think who are these guys, man, that carried their teams.
But still, he did it the quickest. I think that's the more impressive.
Magic Johnson, maybe. I don't.
Did you see his Instagram post?
Obviously, Michael Jordan. No.
All right. So I want to see your guys' take on this. So LeBron James, pretty sure before the game, tweets out a picture of him in high school and says, "I want to be the first to congratulate you, young man." And basically he sends
congratulates himself?
Yes.
Huh.
Right? Want to be the first to congratulate you on this accomplishment tonight that you'll reach.
Sounds to me like someone else is doing a social media. Some of the time, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Not
that's
all the
LeBron
time?
James.
Okay.
I think that's LeBron James. I mean, I don't think he thinks about it that way. And look, I'm, again, not taking away from how good he is at basketball, but sometimes some of that stuff is just kind of crazy. Like you sent out a congratulations about yourself to yourself.
I just want to wish the best man in the world a happy birthday to me.
You are awesome.
It's my birthday.
Right. Like generally on your birthday, I feel like 99% of people go, "Hey man, thanks for saying happy birthday."
Yeah, sure. You don't wake up in the morning going, "Happy birthday to me, 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 me." Thank you very much.
Yeah, like you'll do, like I always say, I do some selfish stuff on my birthday, right? Like, hey, I want to eat the food I want to eat.
Celebrate
drink what I
Jesus'
want to drink.
birthday.
Right? Like it's my birthday.
That's all we really ask,
I can't
right?
imagine sending myself a Instagram post the night before being like, "Good looking out, Ted.
Proud of you.
Yo, you did this, man.
You made it another year.
Proud of you, man.
I kind of like the idea, though, waking up on my birthday now, just jumping out of bed like, yeah,
happy birthday to me.
My day.
I made it back up in this. I feel like, a broken record. I could tell you about ratings all the time. You always know it's going to be football and NCIS in there. The amazing thing is, too, is like, I will say the NFL ratings are down, but they just crush.
Right.
Like they're never.
It's like when the business says, "Well, we didn't meet our projections." Like you made $25 billion.
Well, the entire ceiling at the top is falling. So it's not like, like where it could be like maybe one year it was 50 million viewers. Well, maybe that's just been spread out because more channels, more different viewing options and everything else, and it just kind of dilutes the water. It's not. Back in the day, 60 Minutes was the top-rated show in the world. There were 3 channels on.
Yes.
60 Minutes still rocks it, though. They're always in the top 20.
I watched their special last week, and it was actually really good.
Yeah. The interesting thing about football being first, though, was the NFC Championship was first. And it's just like, that game just sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good game. But you're still going to watch it.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, look, the AFC game was definitely more competitive. It was a lot more fun to watch. But I think most people, rightly so, just assumed that the Patriots would win. Because that's what they do.
They do. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it was still a really good game. And if you missed it, you missed a good game. But still, in the end, exactly what you thought would happen happened.
Yeah, and there's no point in that game, even it's the fourth quarter and they're losing. Like,
it doesn't matter.
Right? Like, I never really get the sense it's over. Or like they're going to lose.
Man, look, and again, we referenced this plenty, but the last time the Ravens went to the Super Bowl, they had to beat the Pats, all right? And they had a sizable lead in this game. Miles and I are now on the phone because we're booking this trip. Miles has it all booked, and we agreed, do not hit enter. Like, do not book this trip into our 3 zeros on that clock because you just don't freaking know.
You're playing the Patriots.
Right, it didn't matter. I want to say there's still like 90 seconds left in the game. We were up sizably, and it was still like, man, do not hit enter yet.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the game against the Jags, and there was even a point where, like, the Jags, like, they're doing well, they're up.
They're doing great.
Right? And, like, they're out there.
You knew.
Right. Like, that camera shot where it's, like, the camera going across the field.
Yeah.
With, the sky cam or whatever. And it's, like, the quarterback, like, Bortles coming out to like high five the defense and stuff. You know how it is, right? Like like everybody's fired up, right? So you're running out there like, all right, good work. We got to cut, like we're there. And I remember watching that and thinking, in replay, like a year from now, that's going to look sad because he doesn't know yet.
He doesn't know what we all know.
Right. But none of us knew it. You just knew it.
But you know.
Yeah, man. There's nothing you could do with that. That team is so good, man. Bunch of goats just running around out there like maniacs.
Bunch of goats.
Right? Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the Oscars again, and I think he's pumped. Maybe? No, he's not.
I am hosting the Oscars again this year, and I'm excited. I cannot wait to see which movie accidentally wins Best Picture. I really can't. There are a lot of familiar faces among the nominees. Meryl Streep is nominated for the 21st time. Denzel Washington was nominated for his 9th Oscar. And I'm not even sure he was in a movie this year. That's how good he is.
Do you guys know many of the Oscar films?
I mean,
I don't know what's not.
The Post I've heard of, sure.
The Post, Get Out, Call Me By Your Name or something like that.
Star Wars in the special effects realm.
Well, so, for Best Picture, right? It's Call Me By Your Name.
Okay. Wait, say it again.
Call Me By Your Name.
Call Me By... So I would call Me By Your Name. So I'd call you Thrill.
Yeah, Ted.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
That's the whole movie, we're doing it. I figured this was more like a sexual thing. Like, call me by your name.
That would be weirder to me.
All right. So Call Me By Your Name. Darkest Hour. I don't know. Dunkirk.
They went to Detroit.
Oh,
Dunkirk.
Nice. Dunkirk. Get Out. Lady Bird. Phantom Thread. The Post. The
Phantom Thread? I've never heard of that.
I don't know. And then 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. I know that one won a bunch of stuff.
That's with Woody Harrelson in it.
And what's her face?
Frances McDormand.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he's on it. Sam Rockwell, did he win?
That looks appealing.
Well, yeah.
If you like those type of movies, if you like the Fargos of the world and all the stuff that they've kind of done, it's probably going to be in a Coen Brothers way.
Basically, if you like, what's her name? Frances McDormand. If you like her, you'd probably like the movie because she's playing the role she always plays.
Yeah, just kind of a weird, creepy person.
Right. I mean, herself. In fact, right. She's being herself.
Is Woody Harrelson a good actor, or do we all just like him?
I think he's a good actor, man. I mean, he has some movies that are stupid, but there are moments where you go like, you know what, man? As aloof and odd as he is in every interview, he can get into character. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, because I just watched Semi-Pro like a week ago. And I mean, I was like, this.
That's what you judge him on.
This is good acting, I think, out of Mr. Harrelson here. I don't know why I've been holding back on him. He's a great actor. Yeah, the Oscars are always interesting, man. I don't know. Like, Jimmy Kimmel will be funny. I'm not a big award season person.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know one that I really like. And then with the Oscars, sometimes, you got to be a movie person that goes actively enough
to see all those movies. Yeah.
Right, and then also, I feel like you got to be super movie person to go see the ones that aren't just big budget Star Wars or anything like that.
There's a lot of people, though, who, when this stuff comes out, man, a lot of these movies are back in the theaters. They haven't seen them. They'll bum rush them before they at least see 2 or 3 of them. Just so
because a lot of these movies, man, it's not like they're in wide release because there's no hype about it. But then, you get nominated. It makes sense to put it in it because people are actually curious to see it.
Is it basically like if you're in a movie that's, what do they call it? Like an art picture? Not an art picture, but like
independent, whatever.
Independent, small budget.
Yeah.
It seems like the way it works is you get an award for that. Then you get to bank money for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, if you can make that movie, if you can do the Napoleon Dynamite that everyone decides they like, then a movie studio will take a chance on it.
Right. And it's just kind of funny because you took that job because you wanted to do the independent thing.
That's right.
It didn't have to be huge budget, this and that. But then, right, once you get nominated, I mean, forget about it if you get a gold statue. But once you get nominated, it's just it's game on.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, here you made a movie because you're passionate about making movies. You had to beg and plead with a couple of friends, some scuzzy producer guy, and maybe you got $100,000 to film this thing, right? If you're lucky, you got $2 million. You got the best actors you could find. You put the scene together. Well, now, Paramount rolls up and says, we'll give you a $50 million budget. I could see the temptation.
Oh, 100%.
Here's $50 million that we're going to give you to produce a movie.
Yeah.
Count me in, Paramount.
Mm-hmm. I spend $1 million of it just on chicken wings.
I would do a $50 million porn.
$50 million porn?
Oh, it'd be a good porn.
All the actors and actresses are covered in gold flake?
It would be. I would still get top-notch actors and actresses.
Oh, you just make them do porn?
Yeah, Ewan McGregor, Meryl Streep, all the people that do really well. Daniel Day-Lewis. He's an award shoe-in, right?
Chelsea Peretti's husband, boyfriend, Jordan Peele got a nomination. That was pretty crazy.
Right, for a director.
Get Out.
Yeah. Kind of a big deal, considering where he comes from. That's just not the same association I would think of. Like, all right, you're on Comedy Central. Like, I don't like, and for director of the year, Butthead and Beavis. You know,
right.
I just wasn't aware that
he didn't direct that movie.
I thought he directed it. He produced it?
Oh, no, you're right. He did direct it.
God damn it, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I just figured he'd keep going comedy. Like, this is a different kind of, this is a totally different animal here. Like, this is.
Well, it depends who you are, whether or not you found the movie funny.
Yeah.
You know, to some people, it was hilarious.
I just like that you reference him as Chelsea Peretti's boyfriend.
Or husband, right?
Yeah. I
Are
guess.
they married?
Well, we had Chelsea Peretti in here, so I mean, like, I know her before that show was popular at the time. But, you know, that's what, all of a sudden I was like, oh, they're going out. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, we know her.
Yeah.
Oscar-nominated director and Chelsea Peretti's boyfriend.
That's right. Come on up here. You know you love Chelsea Peretti. Now, meet the other half.
Right. Well, he's directing movies and all that kind of stuff. And then the other guy, what's it, Jordan Keenan. No,
it's like Key something or other.
He's got 3 names.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Thank you.
Like, he shows up in a lot of movies and kind of TV, like movies now where I'm just like, oh, man, that's where he's been, and that's what he's doing.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. We got your headlines coming up in minutes with Mike Hawk. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Houston homeowners shocked to find the previous owner dead and tucked behind an attic wall. Meanwhile, Toys R Us are to close 182 stores as the retailers begin to fall. Scandal in Saudi Arabia as Camel Pageant kicks out 12. A fake iPhone battery explodes in man's mouth when he picks it up off the shelf. And man emails every Claudia in town after accidentally swiping left. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story in Taiwan. A customer buying an iPhone had a bad shopping experience. People have been bringing their iPhones in to get the batteries replaced with newer, more powerful ones, but unfortunately some secondhand stores have been replacing the batteries with cheaper, lesser quality batteries and pocketing the good ones.
Okay. I was like, it's got to be a scam, right? Yeah, exactly. God damn.
So this customer asked to inspect the battery before purchase. While looking at the battery, he decided for some reason to put it in his mouth, and it exploded. The battery was removed from his mouth just before the explosion occurred, and he was not injured in the incident.
Okay.
Lucky son of a bitch. Don't put batteries in your mouth.
They still don't know what caused it to explode.
Cheapness.
Yeah. I mean, every headline has fake in quotes.
Yeah, I mean, if it's some knockoff thing, man, like, that's what they call it, a knockoff.
I just like how he tested, like people used to test silver.
Hey, like gold, silver, and all. Yukon
right,
Cornelius.
Yeah. Like I said, don't put batteries in your mouth. Dumb. Around the world in Missouri, a student was surfing Tinder when he came across the profile of a young lady named Claudia. After reading her profile, he decided he wanted to meet her and went to swipe, but he made a critical error. He swiped left instead of right, which shows a lack of willingness to meet the person.
And I guess you can't go back on that?
No, once you've denied it, they're gone.
All right.
So, thinking fast, he knew that she was an MSU student and proceeded to send emails to all 22 Claudias on campus, referencing a joke that she put in her profile and saying that he wanted to take her out on a date. Claudia eventually read the email, recognized the profile as hers, and agreed to go on a date with the man. And here's why I think that she decided to. It's because he used a joke that she put in her profile. When I was surfing Tinder, the number one thing that was on a lot of profiles was, if you didn't read it, just immediately delete me now.
Okay.
How long did you spend perusing the Tinder world?
I fished Tinder for had to be 5 years.
Wow, 5 years. Did you ever catch any fish?
I had one encounter from Tinder.
And was it a good one?
No.
Okay.
Damn, man.
No.
It's, all right. Nothing like that, Claudia.
It really wasn't.
How about, was she scary? Like, was it a creepy like red flag material?
Yes. So much red flag. I don't know why I did this.
Because you want to get laid, Mike.
As soon as I got in there, I was thinking, I need to be out of here as soon as possible.
Wow.
I was checking my watch the entire time, like, what's the proper amount of time before I can leave without being a jerk?
Have you ever talked to her again?
No. God, no.
For drinks or full on dinner?
I went to her place, Ted.
Oh. Damn.
And I was immediately like, nope.
What was the giveaway? What told you, like, I don't think I should be here?
Oh, man. As soon as I got to the apartment, it was a rundown place. It was trashed on the inside. She was weird. Yeah.
How was the sex?
There was none, Ted.
Oh.
There was not even a hinting. There was not even a... It never got close to that, man. I sat on the corner of the couch with my hands in my lap and was watching the TV show that was on. I was like, nope, I am not into this. She never even contacted me afterwards because I purposely made it so frickin' awkward that she would not ever talk to me. It was so bad.
Says a lot for Tinder.
However, I hear a lot of people actually have a lot of success with it, so
You're just not one of them.
I just can't put a profile together, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like going to the bar.
Sure.
And it was 2 a.m., Ted.
Well, she agreed to go on the date, but we don't know how the date went.
Right.
I mean, that's...
Right. I mean, it's just still a date, but at the same, it's because he actually looked at her profile and not just swiped at a picture. That to me is why she wanted to go out on a date with him.
Okay.
We go to Saudi Arabia, where they have an event called a Camel Festival, an event in which contestants can earn around $60 million in races and show competitions, and that includes beauty pageants.
For a camel?
Yeah,
Who
right.
judges a camel? Because that
Saudi
guy,
Arabians,
you don't want around your kids.
Camels
That's
are
all.
obviously...
That's a good-looking camel right there.
What you don't know.
How many humps does she have?
Right?
She better get one more.
Spit for me, girl.
Oh, Jesus. Wow, what a level you took that to.
It's the only time that people ask for that.
I'll be damned.
And with any competition, there are cheaters. At least a dozen camels have been kicked out of the beauty pageant because their owners were injecting them with Botox.
Come on.
In order to give their camel an edge.
So they'd have fuller lips, all those things. I mean, honest to God.
That's a camel I'm going home with.
How did the beauty and what is the standard of what a human looks like somehow translate into the same exact things for a camel?
You'd hope the criteria is much different.
Oh, well, got the wrinkles out of the corner of the eyes, crow's feet are gone now, and a little Botox to the lips.
I mean, even when you do best in show with the dogs, they don't say, like, that's a dog I would have. It's not that, right? We understand.
That camel's got kissable lips. This one looks like Khloe Kardashian.
Right.
Look at that ass. Damn.
This camel looks like Jay-Z.
That's the problem. The people doing this to the camels probably have the fake lips.
Does a camel have camel toe?
3 of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then is it held?
No, it does.
But is it held against it if it does? Like, it's a camel.
It does. It's his toe. He's got 4 of them.
I'm out of here.
Thank you, by the way. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Big Tommy. The head chef is back with Ted's Meat and Potatoes, no S. Sherlock, and another round of Profile This.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. We are gone for now. We shall return. Until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.